Congratulations on your appointment and welcome to Dartford Borough Council. We hope you'll be very happy in your new role. I'm Sarah Martin, Chief Officer and Director of Corporate Services, and I'm here to welcome you to our team. We may be a small council, but we are very proud of the work we do to ensure Dartford is a great place to live, work and visit. Thanks to the dedication of our staff, we are able to achieve so much with the limited resources we have, and we're happy that you've decided to join us. Our records show that not only do people want to work for Dartford Borough Council, but they also like to stay long term. I like to think that's because we treat staff wellbeing as a priority. We have adopted a hybrid working policy to ensure staff have the right work-life balance, and we have a corporate wellbeing group to champion the promotion of good physical and mental wellbeing, as well as ensuring the health and safety of all staff. This video is going to help break down the different services the Council offers. You'll hear from senior management and from my colleagues in the leadership team. But first, the leader of the Council, Councillor Jeremy Kite, would like to say a few words.
Hello there, my name is Jeremy Kite and I've had the privilege to be leader of Dartford Borough Council since 2006. In that time I think we've made an enormous difference to the people of Dartford. The town has changed, we've delivered some great facilities and I think our services have improved enormously too, and it's all for the benefit of local people. And it's local people that are what we are all about. It's all really important to remember that. As councillors, our job is to represent the people who elect us. We make pledges and we make promises and it's very important to see them delivered. We want to be the sort of council where if there's ever a decision to make between something that's convenient and right for the council or convenient and right for local residents, we will always choose what's right for local residents. We set all of that out on a thing called the corporate plan, and you'll hear much more about that in this video. It sets out our ambitions and our ideas for the future, and it should be your route map really as to how we do things here in Dartford. Now I really look forward to working with you in the weeks and months and years ahead. Please don't be worried about councillors. We will be interested in your work, but that's because you're doing interesting work. So have a great time here at Dartford Borough Council, and I'll hand you back now to Sarah to take you through the rest of the video today and an understanding about how we do things here and the operational day-to-day way we run.
As I said earlier, I'm the Chief Officer and Director of Corporate Services. I oversee the following. I'm one of 3 people who sit on the leadership team. I'm joined by Peter Dosad and Caroline Hicks, who can tell you more about what they do now.
I'm Peter Dosad, Director of Housing and Public Protection. In addition to the services mentioned in my title, I'm also responsible for the following teams.
I'm Caroline Hicks, Director of Growth and Community. I'm responsible for the following teams.
Let's learn a little bit more about Dartford. We're the smallest borough in Kent, but our population is rapidly growing. Census data from 2021 showed Dartford had the 2nd highest population growth in the whole country since 2011. More than 116,000 people are now living in the borough. Compare that with 2011, when we had a population of just over 97,000. This increase is largely down to new developments in the town centre and at Ebbsfleet Garden City, where thousands of homes are being delivered. Dartford borders the borough of Gravesham to the east, Sevenoaks to the south, the London borough of Bexley to the west and Thurrock to the north across the River Thames. The northern part of the borough has seen significant residential and commercial growth in recent years, particularly north of Dartford town, along with development at Ebbsfleet. 70% of the borough's population live in the northern area, particularly in Dartford town, Greenhive, Stone and Swanscombe. The southern part of the borough is more rural. Longfield is the best served town in the south, although Wilmington has the larger population. With all that in mind, the Council's vision is to make Dartford a place of quality, choice and safety, a place where great communities, concern for the environment and a successful economy support a great place for people to live, work and enjoy their leisure time.
Achieving those goals against a backdrop of rising populations and costs has its challenges, but we've created a corporate plan that sets out how we can achieve our vision through 7 key steps. The corporate plan is the council's way of setting out its expectations for the borough over the coming years. It's a sort of pledge to local people on what we want to deliver to help improve their lives.
So we've got our vision and we've got our corporate plan. But what does this all mean for services and staff? Together the leadership team, with support of service managers, turn the corporate plan set by members into the jobs and actions that deliver on that plan. Your manager will set out clear targets for you and the rest of your team. It's their job to make sure you all have the training and skills you need to comfortably deliver the council's objectives. They're here to celebrate your success, but also challenge poor performance. You'll have regular one-to-ones and team meetings to help raise any questions or concerns you may have, while also reviewing general performance. Managers then feed these meetings back to myself, Caroline and Sarah, and it's over to us to find solutions where the strategic objectives are not being delivered.
We've all got deadlines and objectives to meet, but we want to meet them in an environment that works for everybody. We asked staff to list 5 key behaviours they thought would help create a helpful, professional environment that meets the expectations of the council while also protecting everybody's well-being. From the suggestions put forward, these were the behaviours that staff wanted to see the most. As you settle into your role at Dartford, we hope you'll strive to adopt these positive behaviours in your day-to-day work.
As you go about your role, you may hear talk about central government, local government, 2-tier authorities, unitaries and parish councils. It's helpful to know how different levels of government are broken down, even in the simplest terms. Government in the UK is divided into 2 ways of working, central and local. At a national level, the country is divided into parliamentary constituencies, and voters in each area elect a Member of Parliament to sit in the House of Commons and represent them. Dartford has 1 MP. Central government's responsibilities include the National Health Service, state benefits such as state pensions and tax credits, making and reviewing UK law, overseeing the country's security, and setting and collecting all taxes except council tax. At a local level, the country is divided into a series of local authorities, more commonly referred to as councils. Voters in each area elect councillors to represent them. Dartford Borough Council has 42 elected councillors. District council elections are held every 4 years. When you hear talk of 2-tier councils, this means an area has both a county council and a district, borough or city council. This is the case in Kent. We have Kent County Council, but we also have 12 districts, borough or city councils, including Dartford Borough Council. Each tier is responsible for different services, as Peter can explain.
KCC are responsible for the items in the left-hand column, while Dartford Borough Council is responsible for the right-hand column. The lowest tier of local government is parish and town councils. In Dartford, we have 8 of these. They are elected and can raise their own council tax precept. They provide local voice for residents and can provide a range of services including allotments, village greens and community centres.
It's now time to hear from each service manager so that they can introduce themselves and briefly set out what their service area covers. Once you've been introduced to the staff intranet by your manager, you can find more detailed presentations of each service outlining their latest challenges, pressures and priorities.
Hi, I'm Tim Sams, Head of Finance. I advise the leadership team and members on all financial matters. I have a statutory duty to administer the Council's financial affairs and report any potential unlawful expenditure the Council may incur. Some examples of the things my service area covers are As Section 151 officer, it is also my responsibility to make sure that we have an effective internal audit service in place.
Hi, I'm Philippa Curtis, HR Manager. Our HR department is responsible for managing the employee life cycle from recruitment to retirement and covering everything in between, including supporting all services with recruiting staff and making sure new starters like you are supported through the induction and probation process. We take the lead on corporate training and the development of staff and manage disciplinary, grievance and capability processes where they may arise. We also work with the leadership team to improve the workplace culture and drive forward the Council's employee wellbeing agenda, And finally, but very importantly, we manage the shared service payroll contract.
Hi, I'm Jason Tilliard and I'm Head of ICT and Transformation. We ensure that you have the necessary IT equipment and effective systems to enable you to undertake your role. We provide day-to-day help with any IT-related issues. We manage and develop our networks and service area IT systems, and we support our intranet and public-facing internet websites. We also work hard to keep the Council safe from the ever-present threat of cybersecurity attacks.
Hi, I'm Tim Dennington, Council Tax and Recovery Manager. Every home in the borough pays council tax, which helps pay for essential local services. It's my team's job to make sure those payments get made. We take thousands of calls and emails a month with queries, and once a year we send out the bill to residents that outlines the cost of providing not just our own services, but also services of Kent County Council, Kent Police, Kent Fire and Rescue Services, and the town and parish councils.
Hi, I'm Sue Cressel, Business Rates Manager. My team is responsible for business rates on all non-domestic properties within the borough. This will include shops, offices and warehouses. The Valuation Office Agency determines the rateable value for the property, but the council is responsible for sending out the bill and collecting the monies due.
Hi, I'm Heather Gaynor, Benefits Manager. We administer and pay housing benefits and council tax reduction. Residents can apply if they're over 18, have a liability to pay rent or council tax, and are on a low income. They can be in or out of work or in receipt of welfare benefits. Housing benefit helps towards their housing costs, i.e. their rent, and council tax reduction helps towards their council tax liability. Additionally, for our customers that are in serious financial difficulty, we administer discretionary payments, allowing extra money to go towards their rent or council tax.
Hi, I'm Glenn Moore, the Counter Fraud Manager. My team lead on work to detect fraud, particularly in relation to council tax, business rates and tenancy fraud. We also promote fraud awareness to try and protect vulnerable residents and take reports of suspicious activity online and by phone.
Hi, I'm Lewis Kernan. I manage communications, customer services and economic development. Everything we do is customer focused, whether it's to encourage greater self-service or to promote a better understanding of local priorities. Our work has the power to engage communities, raise the profile of the great work the Council does and help achieve our business objectives. Dartford is a rapidly growing borough and a significant economic driver. The Council has a proactive approach to investment and regeneration, and our work supports the plans that brings these ambitions together. So if you have any queries about comms, press inquiries, business support or customer services, we're here to help.
Hi, I'm Paul Costa. I oversee the largest department in the Council, the housing team. Residents rely on us to help them access housing support, and we're dedicated to providing the best service possible. Whether it's helping a homeless person find a home, a tenant with a housing issue, or making sure council homes are up to the best standard, the housing team is always ready to help those in need.
Hi, I'm Dave Thomas. I'm the Council's Head of Waste, Public Realm and Enforcement Services. I oversee the relationship with our contractor who collects refuse around the borough and make sure they're meeting our expectations. I'm also responsible for the Parks Department and making sure that local people can enjoy the great local spaces that we have created over the years. I also oversee bereavement services, parking services and enforcement services.
Hi, I'm Annie Sargent and I'm Head of Environmental Health and Regulatory Services. My teams work with businesses, residents and other linked agencies to ensure that the public health and safety of the people of Dartford and its community is a priority. Amongst other things, we work with the police on community safety, inspect local restaurants' hygiene and issue safety licences. We also investigate noise nuisance and antisocial behaviour. Ultimately, we're here to protect the people of Dartford.
Hello, I'm Sonia Collins, the Head of Planning Services, which comprises of 3 sections, covering planning strategy, development management and building control. We plan for land use and new development for the next 15 years, identifying land for new housing, employment, schools, etc., whilst also protecting people and the environment from the negative impacts of development. Dartford's approach is urban regeneration, so maximising existing infrastructure and encouraging reduced reliance on the car, safeguarding green spaces, creating new communities and good places. The teams work to deliver this through the adoption of strategies, working with partners and stakeholders and determining planning applications and dealing with building regulation applications.
Hi, I'm Matthew Hill, Property Services Manager. My role sees me work with the local individuals or businesses that may be leasing council property to ensure that it is being kept up to standard. My team are also responsible for keeping the properties we control up to the highest possible standards. We're also responsible for acquiring new property and properly disposing of old property according to best practice.
Hi, I'm Kerry Smith. The primary focus of my role as Community Development Manager is to connect the voluntary sector and people and communities with the work of Dartford Borough Council. This includes the coordination of events and preventative health initiatives and activities across Dartford. In addition, the team leads on the collation of performance indicators and record keeping for adult safeguarding. We also lead on planning for emergencies and responding to emergencies and critical incidents across Dartford.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Warrilow, Audit Manager and the Council's Chief Audit Executive. We work collaboratively with services to conduct internal audits across the Council, reviewing strategies, policies and processes to make sure risks are being mitigated appropriately. This helps the Council face future challenges and achieve our strategic priorities. We also lead on investigating and reporting of cases of alleged or potential internal fraud. As Audit Manager, I also have overall responsibility for the whistleblowing policy, so feel free to speak to me if you have any concerns relating to any wrongdoing.
Hi, I'm Chris Wakeford, Climate Change Delivery Manager. My team oversees the Council's climate change strategy and action plan. We work with all departments across the Council to ensure we remain on course to reach our target of net zero by 2030. All the climate action work we do comes under the Council's Planet Dartford initiative, which supports the borough and its residents in making greener choices to reduce emissions, increase sustainability and improve the environment.
So that's the team. No doubt you'll meet even more people as you settle into your new role. We're very excited to welcome you to Dartford Borough Council, and I'd like to wish you the very best of luck. If you have any questions over the coming days and weeks, don't forget that your line manager and human resources are here to make your probation period as smooth as possible. Welcome to Dartford.